This is chapter 4 of the story Found in Space, Lost in Time. The chapter is entitled The Ethical Dilemma. The revelation of Nosha's extraction not only heralded a scientific breakthrough, but also ignited a firestorm of ethical debates and spiritual introspection. As the news spread throughout the scientific community and among the Malnaseers, Sotsi found himself at the epicenter of a profound moral quandary that threatened to split his community and the scientific world. The Malnaseers community was deeply divided. Some viewed Sotsi's experiments as dangerous overreach, meddling with sacred energies that humans were not meant to control. This first group, the traditionalists, viewed these developments with deep apprehension and growing alarm. They held that some realms were meant to remain untouched and that the Malnaseers' role was not to harness the powers of the gods, but to live in harmony with them. They feared that tampering with the very fabric of cosmic energies could disrupt the delicate balance of the universe. This faction saw Sotsi's actions as hubris, a dangerous overreach that could invite catastrophe, not just on a cosmic scale, but also spiritually, potentially severing their connection with the divine. Others, however, argued that Sotsi's discoveries were a fulfillment of their cultural destiny, a divine opportunity to understand and perhaps meet the cosmic entities their ancestors had worshipped. This second group, which could be termed the progressives, was exhilarated by Sotsi's discovery. They argued that this was a manifestation of their destiny to not just speculate about the divine, but to reach out and touch the realms of the gods. They saw Sotsi's work as a bridge between mortal and divine, long held in their lore. This faction believed that advancing this research could lead to a new era where humans could potentially converse with celestial beings and perhaps even ascend to higher states of existence. The scientific debate was equally intense. Ethicists, physicists, and cosmologists convened in numerous conferences and forums, some celebrating the potential for human advancement and others warning of unprecedented risks. The possibility of manipulating cosmic energies opened up endless opportunities for energy, medicine, and material science. However, the potential for abuse and unknown long-term consequences made many in the scientific community cautious about fully endorsing Sotsi's further explorations. Caught between these opposing views, Sotsi faced his internal struggles. The joy of discovery and the thrill of scientific progress were now shadowed by the immense responsibilities these brought. He found himself revisiting the ancient scriptures, seeking guidance in the wisdom of those who had once walked the paths aligned with the stars and the cosmic forces. Sotsi spent long nights in meditation and discussion with both factions of the Malnaseers, absorbing their concerns and hopes. As a leader and a pioneer, Sotsi recognized that his decisions would have far-reaching implications. He began to formulate a plan that would hopefully bridge the gap between the two factions of his community. He proposed a new phase of the project. First, to limit the scope of extraction, and second, to keep secret the exact tools and process of extraction until better understanding and proper control of the phenomena.